Good morning. My name is Brenda Robinson. I'm your virtual MC for Day 3 of the 7th Annual Hearts and Hands Conference for Healthcare Assistants. And what a wonderful 2 days we've already had. Day 3, the last day, is indeed an opportunity for you to once again gain information, learn, and grow. If you missed any of the previous activities, no worries. You can still have time. In fact, you can even still earn points up until midnight tomorrow for participating in activities. And remember, as you earn hearts or points, you increase your opportunity to win some of those fabulous prizes at the end of the conference. Everybody likes prizes. Please check out the prize page to see all the wonderful things you could win. And remember, every time you participate, it's another entry. Increase your chances. This digital event is coinciding with 3 in-person conferences. The first 2 took place in Langley and Kelowna last week. The final conference is in Victoria today. It's so inspiring to see a huge community of healthcare assistants come together, both in person and digitally. Thank you so much for the work that you do. You deserve to be celebrated, and so you'll want to check out the thank you video, which is being shown. Remember, you can see all of the day's activities and content by clicking on those magic 3 horizontal lines on the top left of your screen. Please be sure to check out today's education sessions and activities. And if you missed any of the fantastic content from last week, be sure to check it out today. You can still earn points for participating. And remember, the more you participate, the more points you earn. And we want you to have an opportunity for those prizes. Now, today is going to be fun, and we hope that you will connect with others on our daily discussion board. This board is sponsored by careforcaregivers.ca website. It gives you an opportunity to not only connect, but network with others and hear from others that you may or may not know. Also, please be sure to check out our sponsor, Spotlight. And if you have any questions, any concerns, any thoughts that you want to share, you can email info@safecarebc.ca. That's info@safecarebc.ca. There will be someone there who can answer your questions and head you off in the right directions. Now, before I send you on to today's activities, I wanted to give you one more thing to think about. I think that one of the great challenges of post-pandemic work, and we've heard this from our other speakers, is the ability to focus on solutions rather than problems. The ability to focus on what we can do instead of what we can't do. The ability to focus on the opportunities instead of the challenges. And I think it actually takes some very conscious effort to be able to do those kinds of things even in our everyday life. It's so easy to buy into woe is me and wasn't it awful. But I think we can move on from that. Sometimes it's a real challenge for us. Sometimes somebody tells you a bad weather story and you tell them a worse weather story. Sometimes you tell somebody about a bad trip you had into work and they tell you that theirs was worse. Because we do have a little bit of a tendency in our social conversations to focus on problems. And so it takes real thinking to move ahead from that. And I had a little experience that I wanted to share with you. It could happen to any of you. And as a matter of fact, it may happen to you as you continue to move into doing things that we used to do without even thinking about it, but finding that they're different now. And this is what happened to me. I went to a restaurant. A very nice restaurant, as a matter of fact, and I hadn't been in a restaurant for a long time. I was very excited. And my friend and I wanted to have a nice lunch together and have a good chat and catch up on the gossip. And so off we went to the restaurant. And when we arrived there, there was quite a lineup. You know the sign, please wait to be seated. We were all waiting, but there was quite a lineup. And there didn't seem to be anybody around to help us out or get us seated. And so as we lined up, typical, I think, people as we are, we started to talk about the problem. Somebody said, "Don't they have any staff in here?" Somebody else said, "How long have you been waiting?" Somebody said, "Well, I've been here for about 10 minutes. Somebody added, "I think I've been here longer than that. I haven't seen anybody who's going to help us." And the whole line was starting to buy into the problem. In fact, I was laughing and thinking, we're inciting each other to see the problem. And we can't see the solution. And so we get stirring up the problem. And so as these conversations were occurring, I said to my friend, I'm a little bit worried. How long do you think we'll have to wait? I even found myself buying into the problem rather than thinking ahead to the lovely meal we were going to have and the good chat we were going to have. I was buying into the problem. And then a young woman came out from behind the counter, and she absolutely intrigued me, and she taught me a few lessons. The woman at the front of the line, it was like she was lying in wait. And she said, as soon as this woman came out, she said, "Well, it's about time," she said. "Don't you people have anybody working here to help people out when we're waiting like this?" And that young woman never missed a beat. She looked at her and she said, "You're absolutely right. We are finding that it is a challenge to get back up to our staff complement and provide that level of service. However," she said, "this is what I know right now. The staff who are in today are going to make absolutely certain that you have the best possible experience you can have. Now, where would you like to sit?" And I recognized that indeed she chose to say something that was solution focused, and she impacted all of our behaviors. Now in the line I hear people say, "Oh, that was nice. Oh, I'm glad she came out. Oh, I think we'll get in now." Sometimes we just have to be the ones who initiate the positive conversations. And so I'm offering you a little challenge on day 3. What can you do to impact conversations so that they move away from the problem and move towards the solution, so that they move out of what we can't do and move towards what we can do, so that we move away from the challenges and look for the opportunities. I think that once we begin to do that, we will energize ourselves, energize others in positive ways. So I want you to enjoy today's activities. Have a really good time. Learn and grow as much as you can. And celebrate the work that you do, and we'll celebrate it with you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.